Everyone, we're the ECB team, and today we're gonna react on Eurovision 2026 songs. Let's get started.
Let's get started.
So this time it will be all about San Marino. The country held actually the biggest national selection you can ever imagine, at least this year or in general. Uh, they had like hundreds of artists competing in the semifinals. Of course, the level before was even much more. Receiving songs from actually all over the world, from America to Africa to Europe to Asia. Thereafter, they added 10 artists to be in automatic qualifiers. That means the spots in the final were guaranteed. And holding the final based on jury votes only. The winners are Senhit and Boy George with the song Superstar. For Senhit, it will be the fourth attempt in Eurovision for San Marino. She previously represented them in 2011, 2020, which was cancelled, and 2021 with Adrenalina. This was her only qualification to date. Let's see what do you think about San Marino this year. Vani, start please.
Sure. Um, San Marino actually made a very long selection indeed. And I still haven't understood the concept between doing so many shows to just to have Senhit in Eurovision. Like you could have chosen her internally. But okay, I do see the chance, like some people who can't make it to their countries trying for San Marino. I like the concept based on that idea. Well, about when I first heard the song, I was like, "Oh, okay. Are we in the 80s or something?" But I actually tended to really like that song after all. I'm really dancing to it. I listen to the song almost every day. I can definitely recognize it's not competitive at all. But I do love the drama, not the drama. I do love the party vibes, the dance. Senhit herself, she's such a sweetheart. At least appears so on stage. Well, about the Boy George part, is he sure he's in? Actually, I'm not really sure because he just appears on a screen. Although Senit said Boy George will actually appear in Vienna, and I'm really curious to see what will happen then. But actually, in my personal opinion, this song is just pure party vibe. I don't really understand a lot of what's going on, but I'm so hooked and I listen to this thing uh, a lot. And I don't know, I'm really just a fan of that song, and it gets something like, which is not really for the Eurovision competition, but it is for some radio mix to chill and have nostalgic vibe. And I really do support that idea, especially coming from the tiny state of San Marino, of course. Yeah. So yeah, I'm really positive about that one.
Nice. Yeah, so I'm for me like it was a bit unessential to actually hold the selection as you told, because after all they once again actually ended with like selecting one of the automatic qualifiers, especially Zenhit who actually have already represented them. About the song, so I'm not sure whether it's Senhit or Senhit and Boy George because yeah, it was confirmed they're gonna appear in Vienna. They even have met in the US this week. But I don't know, like I think if you bring such a legendary performer as Boy George, because he's behind a lot of hits, not recent hits though, but in the 90s, 80s, etc. Uh, at least give him like more part. Because like her last attempt was as well collaboration with Florida, but as far as I could measure, I think with Florida he has like a larger portion of the song rather than Boy George now. Um, but for me, like, so the song about the song itself, it's like a really nice dance pop party song, club, even with club elements. Um, Not much going on there musically, I must say. Like, I felt like it stayed on the very same level Like if I would have gotten only 1 minute of the song, I would have this almost the same impression as getting the full 3 minutes. I think it's campy, it's guilty pleasure for sure. Uh, it's fun, but for me it's a bit shallow and not that competitive. Um, I don't know, like even Senhit herself, I didn't felt like she could have sold the song properly. Like she had very specific dance moves with that custom she worn, and I don't know, like for sure, I think like the Senhit like is one that is like really obligated or committed to her artwork, so for sure she will work on that out. I think the energy will be delivered, and many might enjoy actually the nostalgic part. First of all, Boy George is a nostalgic performance. Second of all, like the song is like really 80s coded. But I must say, like, I don't know, I would say it may be a bit rude, but they just don't use Boy George enough, and he can really help sailing that song. Lyrics, I don't know, I don't got them as well, and like Superstar itself, it's too repetitive, so I'm not a big fan of that one. It's not bad at all, but I don't know. I consider it as not a pure effort in the sense it sounds like, oh no, they called Senhit on the middle of February and told her, all right, we have no artist, please make an effort and give us any song that you can. Somehow she could approach Boy George, and that's it, that's the outcome. Sadly, that's how I feel about that one. All right, so San Marino will compete in semifinal number one in the second half of the show. Let's try to predict whether they're gonna qualify to the grand final. Vani, please.
Well, uh, I saw a dream last night or 2 nights ago where I had that headlines from the hosts. The first qualifier of the show is San Marino, but I do think it will only happen in my dream. Unfortunately, yeah, the song is not competitive enough. Let's be serious now. I don't think it stands a single chance to either approach televoting or jury vote. Especially the jury votes will probably hate it. So I will say it will not qualify. It's a good candidate for the last place of the semifinal, actually. Although I don't want this to happen, but I have to be objective. Anyway, good luck.
Um, I mean, never say never, but as for now, I see it mostly as potentially not qualifying. I just think the song is not strong enough. And I don't know, like there are like for me in general for semifinal number one, there are between 5 to 6 songs that I consider as certain qualifiers. And for the remaining 4 or 5 spots, I do see other songs with much more possibilities to qualify. This one can qualify as well, maybe as a guilty pleasure, maybe if the staging will be good enough. Maybe if Boy George can somehow, you know, promote it in some sense or even give his own like artistic vision. But yeah, I think I will feel more confident about that one once we see the full running order. They're in the second half now, but I don't know. They can really be shadowed that there as well. Um, yeah, as for now, I see it as a no, but I'm open to see them qualifying in the future. Who knows? All right, now it's time to give our scores. Vani, please.
8.5 out of 10 because I truly love the guilty pleasure of drama of all this.
I'll give it 5 out of 10. I do like appreciate Senhit in general because she's really sweetheart, as you told, and like she's a real Eurovision fan. And Boy George is legend for sure. But having the song not that bad is not that competitive either. So I must reduce some points. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Like the song is really in the middle for me. Like I don't really care about it that much, sadly. So that's why my score is in the middle as well. All right, let's wish good luck to Senhit, feat Boy George performing Superstar in semi-final number one. Guys, tell us in the comments below what do you think about the San Marinese song this year. You can subscribe to our channel right here below, give us a like, and tell us everything you think. In addition, you can find us on ecb.com, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and basically everywhere. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.